everyone, and welcome to episode 123. This is the pre-show portion of the podcast. You know, this is not what Spotify gets or iHeartRadio. This is just for the YouTube. We kind of just banter about lives and work, games, hot dogs, anything under the sun until the episode starts.
Yeah. So, I wish I had a couple of hot dogs right now.
Yeah, glizzy.
I'd be down for that.
The Saturday is National Chicken Wing Day. So,
celebrated yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on call this weekend.
Did you celebrate with traditional wings or the
Traditional wings.
Yeah.
Made 3 pounds.
No, okay.
Air fried them. Seasoned, air fried.
Yeah.
Bossed them up here. My wife only eats the flats, so I gave her all the flats except like 3. And knowing that she wouldn't eat all that she had, so
yeah. Same here. My wife enjoys the flats.
Left the flats for the second pass. That way, in case she did get hungry, you know.
Yep.
So, what do you use to? Do you guys ever make them, or do you always buy?
We make them. Most of the time, we
do air fry or grill, or
we grill most of the time. We'll throw it in a Ziploc bag, put all the spices and all that good stuff. A nice little hidden trick to get a good caramelization on the grill is throw some honey into the marinade.
Okay, I can see that. So do you have what's your thermometer situation? Do you have like a thermometer you stick in the meat when you're grilling to make sure you're at temperature?
Yeah, but most of the time it's not in question. It's really hard. I feel like for bone-in wings to dry them out on the grill, and we never had an issue of cooked them too much. But we do check.
My issue is the flats get done way faster than the drummies. Like usually, in my findings, 8 to 10 minutes sometimes faster than the drummies. So I'm always a little cautious with that. That's why I was asking, because I didn't know if it was. I have one of the infrared grills, which is a little different than just a normal gas grill. So I didn't know if it was. I don't know how much different my experiences are than others. That's why I was wondering.
The second shelf is usually I use a lot for the flats. Not get them off the direct heat a little bit.
Yeah. Chad, you guys have grills in California, or how does that work?
Yeah, of course we got grills out in California. We got was it propane and propane accessories? Was that it?
Yeah, yes, Hank. It is it.
We got coals and all that other shit as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to wait at least 5 minutes before you start talking like that, Chad. Come on.
I apologize. I mean, the movie of the week had bagging in it, so I figured it was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If only it would have had a better song. Maybe.
One of my favorite lines from King of the Hill is that whenever there's cooking steaks on the grill for a big party, and Bobby's like, "Hey, Dad, what if somebody doesn't want their steak cooked medium rare?" Well, son, we politely ask them to leave.
It's true. It's true.
So that show, there's a couple, obviously Boomhauer is one, his voice, kind of one of the first things you think of. Propane accessories. But as far as Damn It Bobby is up there pretty high for me.
Yeah.
But my favorite episode, if I think as somebody that binge watched all 270 episodes of King of the Hill over one summer, the one episode that sticks out in my mind is the episode where they realized that Bill had some high school eligibility left to play football. And his nickname was the Billdozer. He was a running back, and they were trying to he needed I can't remember if it was one touchdown or so many yards to break the school record or whatever. Classic episode. but the bulldozer. So same guy that did Beavis and Butthead, right? Mike Judge.
Oh, I don't know the details of that.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah, which is pretty wild. Beavis and Butthead, and then had something else after that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's like with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. You know, not only did they have like South Park, but they also had like the Book of Mormon, like the musical, like Team America World Police. So they've had basketball. Who could forever forget basketball?
Yeah.
So. All right, are we ready to get into the world of Destiny?
Yeah.
I'm hearing like game sound, but I think it's coming from my wife's computer in the other room. I'm just making sure I don't have anything coming through, do I?
I'm not hearing it.
Okay.
I don't hear anything.
Works for me. Reset this camera.
I'm here in the bathroom before we start.
Oh, okay.
All right. Eyes up, Guardians. We are. No, I'm just teasing.
What'd you go to wing sauce?
So, Tiffany's a Parm girl.
Okay.
I did like an Asian Zing honey barbecue mix for one, and then I had wild, and I did like a couple wild, and after I did the wild, I added a little bit more of the honey barbecue in with the wild to make some sort of like hot barbecue.
Yeah.
Like hot honey barbecue hybrid. So I will say that is the one thing. And I used for the seasoning, I used the Famous Dave's Devil Spit to like season the wings. So
okay.
like there's a little bit of heat, like not a whole lot of heat, like a medium heat probably, like behind it. So it was pretty good. Like with Tiffany's, I used just the Famous Dave's chicken rub.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish I could buy like Hooters sauce at the store, like I can the beat-ups sauces,
Yeah.
because I would get like the Hooters hot. It's not hot, but it's just, to me, just when I think of hot wings, that's like what the flavor of it is the Hooters hot.
We got on a kick there where we took some like hot wings, like buffalo wing sauce, and then like you minced up some garlic and put it in and let it set for a week in the fridge. And then it was like, it was tough to like when it was
use
over.
Like cloves?
Yeah, like put it through a garlic press. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, that does sound pretty good.
It's tough just to leave it in the fridge. You kind of just want to go in there and just take a big jug of it.
Get a dab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I really like the especially if I'm eating in the like inside of like B-dubs, the spicy garlic. I wish it was a little more spicy, but it's got a good flavor. The Parmgar, like I'll go at like stages of like a 2 or 3 months where I'll really like it, and then like it is disgusting to me. For, like the smell of it just disgusts me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. But like Tiffany was like putting some in her mashed potatoes, like just dropping a little dab of that in there.
Just make some white rice, and just put some of that on there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah. When it comes to rice, I'm more of a soy guy though.
Oh, okay.
I love the soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You're a soy boy?
Soy boy. Learned after the best.
I hate soy sauce, so
What?
it wasn't me.
You hate soy sauce? Let's
I
back
very
this
much
up a
dislike
second.
it.
What part about it? Like too
The flavor of
sodium-y?
it. No, I love salt. Salt's fine with me.
Yeah. Does it sound like it?
You just take that soy sauce and then just add some of the wasabi to it and mix it up in there, And you got spicy soy sauce to dip the sushi in.
No, I can't.
What?
No,
I don't like 50% of the
can't do the
ingredients.
sushi
So.
stuff. Yeah, I'm at 75 or 66, repeating 6% of this. Like, I'd be down with just like, if somebody just like ripped like a piece of fish meat off and handed it to me, like I would try that before I would try something wrapped and dipped in vinegar and all the other stuff. Yeah, I can't do the vinegar, man. Vinegar is
What part is the vinegar part?
like they like soak the rice in vinegar.
Yeah, but
For
it's
s- for
but
sushi?
it's a different type of
Mhm.
vinegar. It's not like
No,
Dude,
it's not soaked in vinegar, but vinegar is a strong
it's
flavor, so
doused.
you don't need a lot.
It's doused with vinegar. Can we say
Well,
that?
first of all, let me ask this Kentucky boy: where are you going for sushi?
Well, Chad, I know this might come as a surprise, but I can't just head to the Pacific Ocean and just pick up myself out of there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not within walking distance of that. So I'm guessing that what the sushi is like that I have access to is much different than the sushi that you have access to. Saying
That's my
that,
point. You've probably
if
had
you would like to,
mediocre sushi.
if you would like to discuss deer meat, we can have that conversation.
You got some right now?
Good
I'll
stuff.
stop by. I'll pick some up.
Dude, I got freezers. I got freezers full of it.
good summer sausage.
Summer sausage. But yeah, I to be fair, I the where I saw sushi before and like the 5 places I've seen it at and have like picked it up ready to try it, but the vinegar just hits my nostrils and I just can't do it. I'm guessing like one of those was at the Atlantic Ocean, so it's, you know, the superior of oceans, but I still couldn't even do it there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Push the button. Eyes up, Guardians. We are live for episode 123 of the Conqueror's Corner podcast. Today is July the 27th, and I am the Destiny bad boy, NotRyanFox, and I am here with my fire team, who all of you CCBs know by now. Jared?
Hey everyone, so we got some economy changes. We got the weapons that's entering the loot pool next season. We have a raid date to talk about a new weapon type or reworked weapon type coming, and then also a sad story about Ghost of the Deep.
And the chronicler himself, chadocero.
I found some lore, so we actually got lore to talk about. I thought it was going to be dry for the rest of the season, but I found some, and I'm excited to talk about it.
And as a reminder, if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you. Don't forget that you can take us on the road via Spotify, iTunes, and other podcast services. Make sure you subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, click the bell, turn on notifications, yada, yada, yada. Follow us on Twitter at DestinyCCPod. Send us Bungie friend requests so we can play games together. Join the Discord server. Friends list looking real light, like the few times I logged on this week, as well as the clan list. I keep hoping everybody's going to be coming back soon, but we'll see. We did get the TWID from Hippie this week, but before we get into that, let's listen to the intro music from everybody's favorite Link, who you can find on Twitter at LinkOfTimeG. Minute 30, Chad.
It's plus 33 seconds, right?
33s. You're in the green room, Shadow.
Yep. You're not.
That's what it says on my screen.
I don't see
My
a
screen
Mr.
says-
Not Ryan in here.
Mine says I'm
Yeah.
ready to record. Gotta refresh. F5, F5.
I'm in?
Yeah.
Question mark?
All right. I have everybody showing in. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Pushing the button. Thanks, Link. Awesome job. Jared, right to the TWID.
So we had, before the TWID happened, we actually had a developer insight that come out on Wednesday, and that's the economy and rewards update. So the Witchful playlist, that's Vanguard Strikes, Crucible, and Gambit. Right now, they always launch a new weapon in there as a post-game result reward that you can get, and it's usually random, and weighted towards whatever the newest drop is. And then right now in season 21, the new one would become farmable or focusable with engrams in season 22. That's changing. So whenever a new weapon is dropped to those playlists, you're going to be able to start focusing it as soon as you earn an engram. So to me, I was always waiting to the end of the season just to cash in all those to cash in to get like a season and a half ago weapon what everybody was going for. So this is going to be nice to actually, like, if its weapon's good, everybody's going to be trying to run through strikes and all that good stuff to get something good. There's going to be some other new weapons coming next season. So Crucible's getting a Stasis SMG, Strikes is getting a Solo Sniper, Gambit's getting a Void Machine Gun. Void Machine Guns are kind of all over your vault if you've been playing for a long time. However, as somebody that's like getting new to the game, or like getting that's a free to play account, maybe a machine gun's a little bit harder to come by. So now Gambit's gonna have one there for you to go chase. Nightfall Warden Law is returning. Warden's Law. Then we also have a Solar Precision Bow. Iron Banner's getting a Strand Scout Rifle and an Arc Bow. And then Trials Igneous Hammer is returning. It's a solar hand cannon, and then we're getting a Strand Heavy Grenade Launcher. Strand Heavy Grenade Launcher, that's going to be interesting. It's probably going to have some PvP perks there, but we have a craftable Strand Grenade Launcher from the raid from Root of Nightmares. So some interesting stuff coming. The Warden's Law, that kinetic hand cannon is probably going to be like a must get next season, I would say. Keep an eye out for that. Material caps. This is something that affects this group, mainly Fox. I think he's probably lost 30 golf balls by now. This is making a change to that. So that's a Ascendant shard. So right now you can hold 10 on you and 10 in the Postmaster per character. Going live next season, the cap is moved up to 30, but no golf balls will be going to the Postmaster. That's the same for Ascendant Alloy. It's going from 10 to 30. No more in the Postmaster. And Enhancement Prisms is going from 50 to 100. And they do not go to the Postmaster.
So you do better in Prisms, right? Because in Prisms right now you can hold 200.
Yeah.
So that works out pretty well.
Does it?
I mean,
because the cap is per account. It's in your inventory. It's not per character. The Postmasters are per character.
You lose half of your Prisms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're not
you lose
losing
half
them.
the Prisms and 10 of each of the other ones. Well, you don't have capacity for it.
Yeah, you're not losing them at the start of the season. Like, if they're in your Postmaster right now, they'll still be in your Postmaster.
So never pull them out of your Postmaster. Always use the ones on your character.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to be easier to get now. I think it was what's going to happen here. They're going to be easier to get and mean less.
And like an Ascendant Alloy is 400 legendary shards right now.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty ridiculous.
Yep.
My opinion.
Yep. Hopefully they give some players some new avenues for Ascendant Alloy, especially to go get. I think like they're quite stingy with those right now. Now Bungie did go on to say here, these caps for the people that would be like storing over these caps, like us right now, we are in the 1% of players with that amount of materials that we're holding right now. So trickle down economy, it works, right? That's a joke. I really don't care about how taxes work. They all suck.
They should all be illegal.
Yeah. Overall, this is a good change to like maybe we're actually spending more of these materials and just like, oh, it's going to the postmaster. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's probably times whenever we didn't even realize that our ascendant shards were capped or enhancement prisms were like full in the postmaster, and we didn't spend them before we go did a GM or two, so
Yeah.
good change.
I mean, I'm guilty of it. I know there were times that I've been full on Ascendant Shards on my Warlock, and we go to start doing all our GMs, and I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I could, but I have like 8 or 9 armor pieces like already legendaried out or like tinned out like on their power or whatever. So I don't know I don't why is there a cap at all? I guess it's kind of my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I would say part of the cap might just be like still holding on to old gen and how much can it actually process holding currencies, because that you're actually holding them with you. I don't know if that goes into play. I'm just going to make old gen consoles as a reason there's a caps.
Scapegoat.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not my favorite, but worse things will happen, I'm sure.
Yep.
So.
All right. That takes us to the TWID. And first up in the TWID is a save the date. September 1st, Friday. The new reprise raid will be launching. So it's going to be 48 hours of contest mode. You complete contest mode to unlock another mode that it's challenge mode, which you have to do a certain challenge per encounter in order to clear it. And if you don't, as soon as you fail that challenge, it will wipe your team. So this is the third time around for this. First time Vault Glass, second time King's Fall. For us as a group, if we attempt this, we usually just get the contest clear, and after that, we're kind of spent, or just not really wanting to go do the challenge mode. Really hoping for 2 different emblems here. The amount of free emblems that Bungie gives out, it is ridiculous not to have 2 emblems here for a contest clear and then a challenge mode clear. We're going to try to get in there and see what happens, right?
Yeah. Yes. So I just realized something bad here. So apparently I never clicked the allow audio playback part. So I'm going to have to, you guys can just shut down your Zencaster. So we're going to be ripping right off the old YouTube audio. So podcast listeners, you get the full show. The full show today. So
all right. Here we go.
F word, dude. That makes me so mad.
Oh man.
You need technical difficulties here and there just to,
Yep.
spice up life a little
Yep.
bit. So we're good.
Yeah.
As long as Jared's internet doesn't go out, then we're good. If so, this
Yeah.
might be the episode that never happened.
Yeah.
I guess.
Along with episode 0. Yep.
No. I still have episode 0.
Okay.
Just, I'm saving it for an anniversary or something to put out.
All right, looking for that rate. So September 1st is also the day that
Holy shit!
that
Is that
thunder.
some thunder?
That is thunder.
Thunder.
Let something hit the house. So we'll let Fox get into that. So September 1st is also the day if you pre-ordered Starfield and got the enhanced version, it's also coming out that day. So gonna be a little competition that day on Twitch. I wonder what's going to be number 1. Is it going to be the Destiny 2 Raid Race, or is it going to be Starfield? It's going to be interesting to see what's number one that day.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious. But I know what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. All right. Next up in the TWID, Bungie's talking about the Veil. And a little bit of feedback here from the narrative team that they put the Veil containment mission, where it's basically just an audio log, in a kind of a off the beaten path. It's like kind of wanted people to find it on their own. You know, it's kind of too much for the community. They're noting that they went a little too far trying to make this thing secret. It's not really secret, but just like discoverable. They put it on a part of Neonuma like nobody puts their mouse over to. I know I never did until like 3 weeks ago when I first started hearing about this, when like week 7 of the Veil containment was out. So they're taking those notes. Now, going forward in Season 22 and Season 23, we'll have more Veil containment entries and audio logs. No for certain know how many of those goes on those weeks, but I'm sure keep a watch out. Log in there, go listen to yourself, or Chad will talk about them, or somebody else that you want to go to for the YouTube viewing purposes. Solstice has now been out for a week and a couple of days. I finished my glowy armor. Chad, how did yours go?
I finished it. I just need to do like a dungeon with the armor on for the gilding.
Yep.
But I got everything done. That's literally the only thing I have left.
Yep.
All right. So, sorry about that. So, my neighbor's house just got struck by lightning.
Woo.
Oh.
So I go out. So like I heard the thunder and it like shook the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go outside, and every person on this like street, I see porch lights come on and people coming outside.
Mm-hmm.
And like there was like five different houses, everybody out trying to see what happened. But yeah, that like hit their house and shook it and stuff.
Whoa.
You're wild.
Whoa.
It's
It's pretty crazy you didn't lose internet or power.
Yet. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right, we'll try to move this along. Word is law. As we mentioned before, it's coming back next season. Bungie put in a big, 4 paragraphs here talking about redeveloping the hand cannon. Basically, it's almost going to feel like a 120, but a little bit better. Its time to kill is going to be 0.93 seconds. That is 0.07 seconds better than a 120 hand cannon. The recoil of it and everything, they want you still to build into some stability and recoil direction, but still feel fine out of the box. So a little past 35 meters is going to be tough to control and get that 0.93 time to kill. So maybe some, like usually with hand cannons on M&K, you're like range. Think of this more along the lines of a pulse rifle. So you want some range, but you also want some help and stability and recoil direction. So keep an eye out from a few different walls and how they feel. I do want to say this hand cannon will be a problem if explosive payload and high caliber rounds come on it. I think that's going to really kick you up on the flinch wise.
Well, the good news is all the main PvP players quit playing, as they told us all in all their tweets and their videos that they put out on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it should just be all us sucky people left to play. So we shouldn't have to worry about that too much, I don't think.
All right. Well, speaking of those people that allegedly quit Destiny, I'm sure they come back around for trials, and we have to get the vote on a map on August 1st and August 2nd of what we want them to play in and suffer. So for me, I'm going to be participating in trials. I don't know about you all, but we got 3 maps to choose from. We got Cathedral of Dusk, which is that terrible, huge map that was made for 6v6 Rift, and anything other than that, it is tough to play. You got Vostok, an OG Destiny 1 map, which is great for 6s, but anything past that, I wouldn't say much. And then you have Anomaly, which is that map that's on the moon with the spherical item in the center. Multiple ways to get in and out, rotating platforms. I kind of want to see the PvP players suffer through Cathedral of Dusk and that slow gameplay there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what was going to be my vote.
Yep. Now, if
did they mention that in the TWID? She said she was hoping that Cathedral was going to be the winner.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I saw that. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm with you though. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Now, if I was going to play, very unlikely, I would want Anomaly for like a faster map if I was going to play. But I'm not going to play.
I have been flawless on Anomaly one time. I was pretty hard carried, but I did contribute. That's when I got the sword. Was it Soulless Scar?
Yeah.
I believe. Got that season.
How much dust is that collected in the vault?
You know, I actually use it a fair bit just because it can shoot the projectiles. It has like chain reaction and something else on it. So it's pretty decent for just kind of sillier stuff.
All right. That's basically it for the TWID. There's also a movie of the week that we were joking about before the show started. Interesting choice there. I think that was picking the needle out of the haystack there. So, all right, now it's time for 3 likes and 3 dislikes. So I'll go ahead and lead us off with a like. 4,000 Bright Dust for completing seasonal challenges. So apparently the seasonal upgrades that was on like the tab 2 of seasonal quests counted towards getting the seasonal challenges done. So like there was like 12 things you could leave off and get the Bright Dust done. So I got them done this week. I think Fox, you're probably even really close to getting these done too. If you want to go and check that, there's some easier
I'm gonna have to check
ones.
that. Whenever you said that, I was like, huh.
Yeah. I guarantee next season that's not going to be. It's not going to be that way. They'll probably take those off of there, make people grind a little bit longer. But hey, 4,000 Bright Dust, I'll take it. 2/3 of our armor set.
That's $10 in conversion currency. So my like is being the 9 time officially now. We've actually been a 9 time for 2 or 3 seasons now, but we officially have a 9 next to our Conquerors. I finally wrapped up the Corrupted. Got it done. We streamed it. If you want to see any sort of walkthrough stuff on there, a fairly clean run, I would say. Wasn't our best run, but I hadn't seen that strike in a season or 2. So it was nice to get in there, tell Setia who the boss is, just let her know. But had a good time.
And my like is that I'm pretty much done with the Solstice Triumphs. Like I said last week, one solid day of working on it, and you're done. With all the armor glows, essentially. If you want to go for the gilding, there is one that's like do a raid or like a master strike or dungeons with the armor on. That one's going to be a little bit harder. But the rest of it is very easy. And it takes minimal EAZ runs too. It's not even that bad. It's like maybe 6 or 7 EAZ runs total to get all of it done. Super easy. I remember the slog on it has gotten more and more minimal. And while I'm mad that the map has technically been shrunk down to half size because they're only utilizing the inner circle of it, it makes the event faster. So I'm like, cool, whatever. I'm done with it. So I've had my fun in here and I don't want to be here anymore. So let's get this over with and get out. Now, man, I couldn't really think of a dislike besides not feeling the need to play. Besides, a GM. We got on yesterday for a GM and I was like, I don't want to play. There's nothing I got to do. I'm good. I got like 12 challenges that are open to doing, but I got just like Jared, I got the Bright Dust already from the major challenge. So I'm like, I don't care. I don't need to check all these. I already got my 4,000 bright dust. But kind of sad, man. I want to play, but I don't have anything that I need to play to do.
My dislike this week is so they give us the item that allows you to turn a weapon and that give it the deep sight activation that comes in the season pass.
Deep sight harmonizer.
Thank you. It was right on the tip of my tongue, but not quite there. Then you are able to. So they have like Zur and the Banshee sell like weapons each week, and if you're missing some of those weapons or you don't have them in your vault, you can buy however many more you need to complete your pattern. My complaint is there are some weapons that are not in anybody's stock of rotation. So I have 4 out of 5 beloveds. Nowhere can you get beloved this season. Not possible at all.
Ooh.
And then Zur has an insane amount of weapons that he can bring. And if you ever pay attention, like I'm looking for one of the shotguns. I think it's either Without Remorse or No Reprieve. I can't remember which one, but one of them I need two more of like just a base pattern that I can use my thing on. And I need one beloved, and I have everything else done except like some of them I still need to put like harmonizers into, but I have the weapons just ready to roll. And that's my dislike, is either weapons that you can't get at the moment, even if it's like a 2 to 5% chance. At least there's a chance, So I'm a little frustrated with that this week.
Before I get to my dislike, I just want to do a bonus like out there. My wife got the Aquanaut title done this season, so it was her first whole season of playing Destiny. So she officially did everything she needed to do in this season to get the title. So awesome for her, and she put in the work. I think her season pass is like 120 or more. So she definitely put in some time. So along on the coattails of Chad of not knowing what to do the rest of the season, I was like, all right, I need to go for the solo of the Ghost of the Deep. I'll try for flawless, but mainly I need to get that solo done. So I decided that Bonk Hammer Titan is the way to go. It's going to make everything easier. That's definitely the way I'd play it and go through again. I got to the final boss and forgot about the moss on the second DPS rotation and died. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just get the solo done to get some more practice in. I had the boss for 1 DPS phase left. I'm going down to the bottom left foot to start the final DPS phase. I'm doing the quick hop jump to easily go down that slope faster. Well, apparently I mistimed my last hop and shot me off like a jet into the abyss, and I couldn't make it back in time. So I lost the solo with 10%, 15% of that health left on that boss, and threw the headset down. It's like, all right, I'm done. Logged off. So that was a terrible way to lose it. That was painful.
Did you give a F this game whenever you threw your headset?
Yeah. There's very few times in this game I just wish I was recording something. I really wish that was recorded. That just done. You give up. So yeah.
Might have won movie of the week this week. This was the week to go for it.
It probably would have. All right. Now up next is Grandmaster Notes. So this week we finished the Corrupted Grandmaster. It's been around for a while. It used to be the Grandmaster, probably used to be the hardest. They've nerfed it at least 2 times since then. Sadia doesn't boop you as far now. They took out some of the ads. They took out at least 1 champion. So it's been nerfed twice, and we did it on our first try. So that's kind of what's going on there. Um, for me, it was Invis Hunter with Malfeasance, and then I did a Trace Rifle for Overload. I'm sure one of these other guys are going to comment on how Trace Rifle Overload went. But Malfeasance did great. It was really like if I ran out heavy, was doing rockets. So I was pretty aggressive with rockets. There was a lot of times I didn't have any rockets. So I used Malfeasance to get some kills, which also triggered getting the heavy ammo scout, which also would make heavy for my teammates. So I do highly recommend Malfeasance.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say that triple trace rifle is god awful. I should have just gone with what's the strand auto rifle, the exotic one.
The one that came for pre-order in Witch Queen, or the Lightfall.
Quicksilver.
Shoots the
So I should
missiles.
have just used Quicksilver, since I was Strand Titan. So my suspending takes care of the unstoppables. I should have just done Quicksilver and then like something hard hitting like a Vorpal Fusion, and then rockets. That would have been fine. Plus the good thing is that Quicksilver can act like a secondary as well with the amount of damage it does. But I didn't. I'm sad I didn't. I was like, well, if we wipe early, I'll change out. But we made it through first try. And I'm like, okay, well, even though our trace rifles weren't great because they're inconsistent procs, unfortunately, on those hobgoblins in the beginning, dude, awful. Because you'll be shooting that thing, the trace rifle at it, and it'll be healing the whole time until your overload procs and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But, we made it work, I guess. So we did it.
Yeah, so I ran Galley. That way the wolf packs went to the other guys. I ran Acacia's Dejection, the Rooted Nightmares Trace Rifle, which is just straight trash. That gun sucks. I had never used it until last night. But honestly, it was powered up and I didn't have any in the modules to like level a gun up. So I was like, well, looks like I'm using this one. So put it on, and plus it was solar. I was running solar. I had a solar heavy, so I could kind of build into that a little bit. And I have the craftable version, but I never crafted it because the last one that I got was the rewind round incandescent, which you think's like, man, that's probably the role I'd probably craft anyway. So I'll just keep this one and save myself the pain of leveling up to like 16 or whatever. So it sucks. I'm deleting. I think I might have already deleted it actually. I was like, there's no point in keeping this thing. But I will say, I have no hatred for trace rifles. I love trace rifles, specifically Divinity. I also love Prometheus Lens. That thing absolutely shreds once you get the catalyst on it, And then the stasis one that is really fun too, with like a stasis warlock turret build. And so I've had fun with all of those. I know a lot of people like the purple one that was like a PlayStation exclusive for a minute.
Wave Splitter.
I started to say it's not Waveform, but Wave Splitter, and Cold Heart, another ball and trace shot. The exotics are out of this world, and I know like Hollow Denial has its place for like the double special meta that people are running. So, but I really think the raid one might be the worst one. I don't know. I don't think they could make one that just. I mean, it felt like I was tickling the guys, and it wasn't proccing consistently. It was a nightmare. And then I was using a hand cannon whenever as my first slot there. Well-locked, Phoenix Protocol, just a beautiful purple and white color scheme. I think even Chad mentioned just how beautiful I looked, just majestic out there while I was playing. So had a good time. So as far as what we should have done, probably is we realized about 2 minutes in that the trace rifles weren't the play, but we had already loaded in. So like, yeah, we'll just go with it. But we probably should have backed out at that first area. Would have made things a lot faster. Our final time was 37 minutes and 14 seconds. So not bad. We did put up a 299,000 score. And we'll hit the rest of that because I don't want to step on the gambling corner segment here. But main rooms, the elevator room, we did pretty well in there. Then really the room with like when I say the room, if you know, you know. Whenever you're meet the boss for the first time and you have to damage her and then she retreats and you go through the portal and chase like that, from that point on, pretty clean through there as well. So check out the video. You can watch it, just fast forward if you're stuck on a particular, see how we're not gods, we're not the end all be all, but maybe we're doing something a little different. It can make all the difference in the world to help you.
So Fox, you might want to push back a little on that. As Yisha's dejection, reconstruction and target lock probably would be a better pick for GMs. So
that's true.
Now mine that I crafted is reconstruction with incandescent because I was doing it to clear ads, but I do think I need to make one with target lock, just for those situations. And its rating on Light GG was a 4.8 for PVE. So that's
out of 5?
Yeah, out of 5.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
just watch the gameplay. I had 6 kills. What you can see it on the tracker at the end of the thing. Like that thing did nothing. It was just trash.
So just for reference, Prometheus Lens has a 4.7 and Cold Heart has a 4.2. So
well, I mean, you can believe me or you can believe a website like YGG where dummies can get on there and vote. So you do what you want. You get behind this dummy or all the other dummies. The dummy you know versus the dummies you don't. Yeah.
Well, we need to start verifying accounts on LightGG before you allow the post. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
You have like Conqueror at least 3 before you're allowed to vote or something.
All I'm saying is there's a reason that lady was dejected. And, you know, so that's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right, next up, Gambling Corner. I should have some results for our last GM run.
Yeah. So this one we were doing the total. All right, so Gambling Corner, quick. You think I need a button that I just push and it just automatically plays this part. Each season we all start with 10,000 glimmer. We have a bet each week or nearly each week. And upon that bet, the one of us, maybe 2 of us will win. The person with the highest amount of glimmer is the winner at the end of the season. If at any point you go bankrupt and you lose all of your glimmer, you must delete a weapon from your vault that the other 2 members then decide and determine how much that is worth to buy back in. The rarer the weapon or the better roll of the weapon, the more kill count on the weapon is going to be worth more to buy back in than just any random weapon. So it was total deaths in the Corrupted Strike. We all threw in 2,000, and the winner would take all of the money that was in. So Chad was 15, Jared was 13, I was 12. Those were our guesses. And I pulled up the run from last night, and Jared had 3 deaths, I had 6 deaths, Chad had 4 deaths, which was for a total of 13. So
wow,
right on it. Jared is the winner. This is bad news for me. So Jared, that puts you at 29,000.
Yep.
Takes me to 4,000. Takes Chad to 5,000. I feel like Jared's pretty well already has this wrapped up. So we might have to think of something. If anybody has any suggestions or something you'd like to see us bet on, that'd be fine. I imagine. So first of all, are you guys going to be around much before the next podcast to play?
Yeah.
Like, let's say get a raid in,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Do you guys still need Root of Nightmares, or do you have those wrapped up?
I mean, I'll do it. I do have
I
it
still
done.
need armor. I still need 2 pieces of armor per character.
Oh my.
What about Last Wish? You guys don't have all your red borders there, do you?
I'm not even close. I think I have 3 done out of the 8. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's 8 of them.
I think I need at least. I think I need one more, maybe 2 more. Last Wish. So, what if we say, our next Last Wish that we run, let's do closest time the completion time, the time that shows up like on the like the end screen. You know what I'm talking about? Like where you commendate all your bros or broettes on there. So that time, the closest person to that time, you can go over. This isn't any sort of rule like that. You can go over, and man, how many weeks are left this season?
Not many. I think 3.
Okay.
1, 2. Yeah, we have 3 more resets, and then it's the 22nd, which is the new season.
Sheesh. Okay.
All right, and I'm at 5,000.
Chad's at 5. You're at 4. Is that right?
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So I need to win. Let's do a 2,000 Annie.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
Let's go.
Listen, I'm not trying to. Listen. If we do 2,000s out, if Chad or I don't win one of these next ones, then we're gonna have to delete something.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Closest time. Chad, I think Jared should have to go first because you and I are low stacks at the table here.
Okay. I will go 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 15
Hold on.
seconds. What?
Okay, hold on. I was gonna look at the times of our last few just to give you an idea.
Okay.
I was gonna give you like the last 5 completion times that we had.
Okay.
Out of the kindness of my heart.
So if I recall,
All right.
I think we have at least 1 or 2 Sherpas.
We've got a 42-42, an hour 20, a 45-35, an hour 1, and a 45-14. Now, here's the thing about this. We don't know who the other 3 people are going to be.
Nope.
We don't know. Like, we don't have anybody else locked in. Now, there's a good chance that it's going to be people that have ran it before. I'm not going to purposefully pick up like I'm not going to purposefully do like a 3 new Sherpa run or anything. I mean, I'm just saying we'll leave it up to fate. We'll post in the Divinitizers first. Then I'll post in the raid Discord. I'll post in the Conqueror's Corner Discord. Actually, I'll post in the Conqueror's Corner first. The Divinitizer second, the Spirit Animals third, and then we'll just go LFG from there.
All right.
We might tweet it out to you somewhere in there in the middle. You follow us on Twitter at DestinyCCPod.
I'm gonna stick with my original 1 hour, 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
All right, you writing this down in your or carving it onto your wall or something?
Yeah.
Chad,
What was Jared's guess?
Jared, pick a number in your head, and then Chad and I are going to guess to it.
All right. It's 1
And
through 10.
whoever guess 1
1
through
through
10.
10. Okay.
Chad, you can guess first. If you're closer, then you can choose to go second or third.
3.
3.
All right. What's your guess?
My number in my head was 7.
It's 7 exact.
Okay. I'm going to go third. I'm going to guess third here.
What did you guess, Jared? At 1:15?
1 hour, 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
1 hour, 3 minutes. Okay, and 15 seconds. That's where I got the
Yep.
15. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna guess 1 hour, 15 minutes, 3 seconds.
You jerk. I was hoping you'd just edge right over, edge right over him, and then I could edge right over you. Was kind of my plan.
I mean, does it sound like I thought about any plan?
I'm just a double edge, just trying to double edge you guys.
You could be right in the middle, sandwich.
I know I could. Yeah. Yeah. Just get spit roasted right between you guys.
Inappropriate.
We're past 5 minutes. It don't matter now. I'm going to say 1 hour, 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Because I'm terrified of just picking 1 hour and 3 minutes and it going to like 1:03:09 and Jared's still beating me. I want 1 second underneath Jared.
All right.
Okay.
And this is a full last wish run.
Yeah.
No, like just the boss or skipping Coway or any of that.
Of course.
And you can't go drop a deuce right in the middle of it or anything. Just a normal pace.
Okay.
No deuces allowed.
No
Gotcha.
poos allowed.
All
All right. I think that takes us to lore.
Oh boy. You excited? I'm mostly excited. I was looking around looking for lore, trying to scrounge it up, like I said last week, trying to figure it out. And I found out that there's a couple of new trials items. And they go into the story more of Shayura from Shayura's Wrath and Aisha from Aisha's Embrace and Reed. I tried to put them in a chronological order here. So we're going to start off with the ship, Valiant Memory. Whatever the thing is, we've got to take it down. Amanda Holliday's voice crackles over the comms. Reed 7 glances at his ghost, then pulls up alongside Holliday's hawk and gives her a nod. He falls in behind her when Shayura and Aisha following behind him in type formation. Ahead, the beam of light extending from the traveler is brighter than the sun. Instrumentation goes wild in its presence. Astrogation systems don't know what to make of it and register the beam as a star. His ship tries to steer him away. Reed flips off the autopilot. Fly free, navs are down. He calls out to his fire team. Flying free, Aisha replies over comms. We're right behind you, strike leader, Shayura affirms. Reed tightens his grip on the controls. Holiday, take us in. Block formation, let's give him the old razzle-dazzle. Holiday radios to the strike team. Reed 7 boosts ahead under the hawk and pulls up in front while Aisha and Shayura move to Holiday's flank. Reed activates manual targeting, reticle appearing on the windscreen. He tracks the shape held in the traveler's beam. An impossible silhouette floating free in the void of space. The witness is nothing more than a sliver of dark shearing through the field of white. But even at such a distance, Reed can feel its eyes on him. A chill jolts down his spine the moment the reticle locks on. His exomind throbs with the sense memory of a migraine. He immediately knows something is wrong. He turns to his ghost. His ghost looks at him, but it's already dead. The world separated into slices, and so is he. Heroes wake the ghost shell. This above all else I hold true. Shayura finishes her prayer but does not rise. Her kneeling position faces the sky where the traveler once hung over the last city. Morning sunlight fills the white space of her quarters with a warmth she does not feel. The light on her cheeks feels unwelcome, undeserved. Dr. Uzair will be expecting you, her ghost urges softly, giving her a gentle nudge on the shoulder. Shayura nods, struggling to keep her expression firm. She fails. Her jaw trembles, and she scrapes tears from her eyes with the sides of her thumbs. Her ghost emits a soft and sad chirp before dematerializing to give her space. Her room is silent. but Shayura's thoughts buzz like a beehive. Too many to focus on. Just a riotous noise of doubts and insecurities, shames and regrets. She slouches backwards off her knees, draws them up to her chest, and makes herself small against the unwelcome light of the sun. She does not want the universe to see her. She does not want to be seen. She does not want to be. Dr. Uzier will remind her it is survivor's guilt, but it is so much more than that. It is not justice. Survivor's journey, Sparrow. The engine of Aisha's Sparrow winds down to a steady thrum as she eases off the accelerator. The pine forest around her feels empty, still. The only noise is the creak and groan of the arcology superstructure. Methane rain falls through the shattered dome overhead. Taking off her helmet, Aisha is mindful of her new threader earring, affixed with a thin strip of red metal, the edges hand ground. I didn't expect you to come in person, calls an old, familiar voice from the forest. Aisha turns to see Sloane, forced to grapple with the obvious shape of her transformation, the taken energy rising off of her arm, the way her eyes catch light. Steeling herself, Aisha dismounts her Sparrow and closes the distance to Sloane in an instant, fearlessly embracing her. Sloane stunned, arms stiff at her sides. It only lasts a moment, but the echo of sentiment fills her with painful nostalgia. Aisha takes a step back, struggling to maintain her composure. I needed to see you, she says with a quiver in her voice. Needed to tell you in person. It may have been years since she's been Aisha, since she's seen Aisha, but Sloane knows only one thing could rattle her like this. Reed's gone. The ache reminds Sloane she's still human. Unexpected resurgence glaive. Shayura kneels in front of a gilded copper pot and a young bonsai rising from inside it. Tucked away in the soil are the vertically sliced fragments of a ghost. The tree grows up around them, and where root and dirt meet, Shayura places a stick of lit incense. The bazaar is quiet as she lifts the freshly potted tree and places it on a low table, overlooking the city the traveler once protected. You are missed, Shayura whispers, brushing her fingertips against the soft branches. The remains of Reed Seven's ghost stare up at her. For a moment, she remembers seeing the cockpit of her jump ship littered with the ghosts of her victims. Yet her ghost was spared the witness's wrath. Aisha's too. But this pain isn't about her. It is selfish. Shayura's heart lurches and she tries to center herself. I exalt my fire team. Is that a prayer? A woman asks behind her. Shayura quickly turns and spots a stranger approaching between stalls. She carries a glaive like a walking staff. Its design matches the ornate pattern of her robes. Familiar, Osirian. Of sorts, Shayura answers belatedly. The robed woman bows, apologetic. I ask for a moment of your time, Shayura. Hearing her name from the mouth of a stranger sets Shayura on edge. She glances at the memorial, then stands. Please leave me be. My name is Sister Faora. The robed woman continues, devotee of Osiris, seeker of truth, outcast. The last title earns a squint from Shayura. What do you want, outcast Faora? Sister Faora gestures to herself with one hand, only to offer you something that few others would, given your history. Shayura raises a brow in challenge. Faora boldly meets it. Friendship. Well, we now know the who the Titan was that got cut to pieces. I wouldn't say cut. I would say reality sliced to pieces by the witness in the beginning of this year. And it was Reed from this Trials Fire team. So that's good. That's good to know that it's an actual goat, or like an actual Titan from the lore, not just a nameless one.
Yeah.
It's a good way to use these cinematics and lore. It's nice. Sad though, but yeah. And Sloane knew them too, apparently, from the past. So That's interesting.
Yeah, do you think we'll
Because
get
they've
a
only really
sword
popped in the lore.
called like Reed's decision or something like that,
Ooh,
or like
something
Reed's
they
outcome?
find.
Oh no, it's just like it was used to cut him into pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be neat to have. I mean, they gotta like all the last couple things they've added to trials have been following this fire team.
Yeah.
So, and they've been following this fire team since Stasis. So, like, we need more. Like, come on. I need to know what happens to Aisha and Shoyura. There needs to be more.
All right,
I agree.
that takes us to the mailbag. First question here: thoughts on DMT mission coming back, and DMT becoming craftable in the future?
Ooh. Means that I can soon dismantle the ones that I have in the vault, unless you can't build those rolls anymore.
Yeah, I doubt that happens. I doubt it gets any new perks, right? Doubt it gets like kinetic tremors.
Oh,
Maybe they take Vorpal off
be
of
weird.
it.
Maybe. But overall, it's a good a craftable exotic here or there is a good thing. I don't think we need one like every season, but one or two a year, I'm good with.
Yeah, because we got Vex Caliber and the Pulse, and then Osteo. Those are the only 3 craftables, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've had like good amount of gaps. So, yeah.
The Pulse was the one you could switch between a 4 and a 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's is that the most recent one? No, because we got Vex Caliber last season,
Vex
right?
was last season. Yeah.
That was the good boy protocol was whenever you got that craftable, whenever you were jumping through space and all that.
So 2 seasons in a row we've gotten craftable exotics, I guess. Because we got the
year before
and then
that,
the Vex Caliber.
The year before that was like the Hawkmoon DMT season, or like seasons, consecutive seasons.
Yeah, I guess
And when
you crafted no, because all the glaives came at the same time as Osteo, unless you're unlucky like me. So I don't count those.
Oh yeah, those things.
The start of the Witch Queen is what you're talking about. The glaives that came out of the Wellspring Activita.
Yeah.
Question 2. Are you more excited for the Destiny showcase that's coming up or the first Thursday night football game?
Showcase. I didn't know that the Thursday night football game was coming up.
Yes, yeah. It is coming soon. It is kind of the kickoff of the football season.
I'll probably forget.
Now this is like the kickoff for the regular season, right? Football game, not the like preseason.
Yes.
Thursday night. Okay.
No, I think that I took the question to be, like the first game, the first regular like week 1.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Okay.
Is kind of how I took that to be. So it's the Chiefs and the Lions this year.
Okay.
So I would say Thursday night football. Not a huge Detroit guy though. By this time I'm already going to have some college football, like a week of it under the belt. So I'm gonna go with Destiny on this one.
Yeah. So I was probably Thursday night football all the way up until today, whenever Joe Burrow exited practice with a non-contact injury in his calf. So right now I am just dreading the news and when actually the football season is going to start. So give me this Destiny showcase as of right now.
I saw everything I saw from Pro Football Talk Pro Football Doc was grade 2 sprain out the preseason. Winger's a little more, but he'll play week 1. Question 3. If you had a choice, would you choose the reprised raid without knowing which one it is, or a completely revamped Prison of Elders?
For me, give me a raid. Absolutely. Prison of Elders was just okay.
I agree with Jared.
It probably depends on. This is a hard question because we don't know what raid it is. If it's Crota's in, then that's not going to be not much of a raid to that, boys. I'm just telling you, not much of a raid to that. But Prison of Elders was pretty fun, I thought, back in the day. I think I would slightly. I'm talking like a 55-45. I'm gonna go Prison of Elders, but it's not by much. Now, if we didn't have like Vault of Glass or King's Fall back or something, it'd be totally different. Or if I knew like Wrath was coming, but the fact that it could be Crota's End or it could be the Leviathan or one of those, I didn't really care for that much. I'm just gonna go slight Prison of Elders. Question 4: which Destiny villain has been your favorite? Okay. So, would the Black Garden be Destiny 1 vanilla?
What?
Because you put those statue things in there.
Yeah.
But pretty much you have like Atheon, Crota, and then the king himself.
Forgetting your boy.
The king himself. The Taken King.
Oh, what about
Oryx?
the Emperor?
Well, I'm still working through D1. And then you would have.
Those were barely villains, except for Oryx.
Yeah, but Oryx was a good one. I don't even really remember. I don't even quite remember the big bad you were fighting. I remember you like went to where all your old buddies got destroyed by Siva and were hanging from the ceiling at the end of the campaign for the Iron Lord. What was that called? Chad.
Rise of Iron?
Rise of Iron. The Rise of Iron expansion. At the final mission, you went and all the old Iron Lords were hung up from the ceiling and like destroyed by Siva. I don't remember there being like a big boss though. But I guess after that you kind of transition into Destiny 2. So there you have Gaul.
Yeah.
And then you would have
Callus.
Who led the all the prisoners when all the prisoners came out in Forsaken?
Oh.
And you had to track them all down. They killed Cade. Remember that whole thing
Aldrin?
that happened? So like Aldrin would probably be, the artist formerly known as Aldrin.
Would have been your favorite raids boss. The
Riven.
Fanatic.
Riven. Riven would have been the villain of that one.
Yeah.
Aldrin was just a puppet.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was mind controlled. Then like Savathun. Now we have Xivu. It's seeming like Xivu.
You have Erebus.
Yeah, kind of. For like 6 missions. I don't know. Mine's Oryx. Oryx has been in the story the longest. You heard about him in year 1. You saw him in year 2. He was just in the most recent dungeon. You fought him in a raid in each game. Killed his son. Like it's all like he was the first introduction to the family.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with shoot. I mean, Sabathun to me was so cool for a while, but now she's probably gonna be on our side at some point. But still, Sabathun and her character arc was pretty great.
I was gonna say the mommy herself as well. Sabathun, for sure. She gave an actual good story arc for that campaign that you could connect with, and then at the end you're finally like, oh my gosh, she actually didn't remember. And then just going through all the like the twists and stuff was like, oh, okay, yeah, these are actually good, like reasonable twists in this story. So she's, for me, Savathun was the most compelling villain. Oryx was an absolute monster, and I love him, but Savathun was the most compelling.
And I like Dominus Gall too. He was just number 2.
Yeah,
for me.
Gaul was good. Yeah. That moment he kicks you off the ship in the first mission. Ooh.
Yeah.
Last question. Obviously, in the Destiny universe, there are non-guardians. Would you play a game similar to Counter-Strike, where you played as the characters of other races and you were able to use that race's themed weapons? No bosses, no superpowers, just gun skill and reflexes. I mean, I tried out. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not a huge Counter-Strike guy, but I'm sure Bungie would love all the loot boxes in there. So
I'd be the Screeb boy. I'd just be playing as a Screeb the whole time.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting game type. I feel like that would be more like Smite or League of Legends type game play than CS:GO, but yeah, I play it.
All right, I believe that wraps up the episode. So make sure you follow us on Twitter at DestinyCCPod. If you want to join this raid, and theoretically you might be able to influence who wins Gambling Corner. If you're super good, you drag it out a little, see what happens. But just make sure you follow us on Twitter. Send us friend requests. Let's play games together.
Yeah, so if you want to see me fail at Solo Flawless Goes to Deep, let me know and I'll stream it. If not, I will suffer in silence.
And don't make the same requests of me. I would rather just suffer in silence.
As always, go Cats. Love you guys.